The universal principle is that what goes around must come around. It is not so in Nigeria with us. When what goes around, it does more than coming around as it makes its return trip. It comes around, grounding us, leveling us, merging us with the mirror mob. That has been our history and instant. Welcome back to Prospects Channels TV. Thank you for this coming out here. If you're just joining us, please kindly subscribe to this channel and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. We create institutions and leaders from this back and front process to form an endless circle of vulnerable links in governance that remind us of the late poet Christopher Okigbo. An old star departs, lives up here on the shore, gazing heavenward for a new star approaching. The new star appears for shoulders going before a going and coming that goes on forever. That is part of thunder. He's a villainous star, a kind of dart, gives short-lived joy to the home where it surfaces at birth. Our present is nothing but a horror replay of our unpleasant encounters with the past. We sowed the wind yesterday, but today we are reaping what is greater than the wind. What goes around comes around. It is tragic that we always go back into forlorn ages for deliverance from present wolves. In 1984, we all stood in awe of degree 4 and to differ with official dumb words to count doom. We were morally pummeled by the provisions of that law under military ruler. Muhammadu Buhari's days recorded some of the worst breaches of human rights in the annals of Nigeria. There was retroactive application of the law that outraged Nigerians and the international community, yet more than 3 decades later, when we wanted a president to free us from the coolest hold of Goodluck Jonathan, guess who we went for? Buhari, a figure of a discarded dispensation. We dug him from his sepulchral abode to sit over the affairs of the living. He could not but bring the nation to a level where we entered a grave crisis from which we haven't emerged. He grounded the country and bequeathed an economy which experts warn won't yield to a quick fix. They say a lot of dead debris would require to be washed away in the years ahead to make way for the real business of economic resuscitation, which would take a much longer time. We haven't reaping the wind we sowed. We are going to be harvesting a killer hurricane. It is no surprise that President Bola Tinubu, Buhari's successor, is inheriting a country left in funereal strength. What else did we expect from a predecessor? He assumed and installed as our leader. As we all can see now, Buhari did not remember to take the pour over him back as he receded after his 8 years reign. It is still with us, overshadowing the entire land of the living. Tinubu is also under the guidance of Okigbo's core star, is planting seeds setting to grow into labyrinthine forests with the potential to grow earths into the years to come. He is throwing free cash at challenges that emerge when, according to experts, he could use this money to address long-term needs of the poor instead of the wants of the moment. His recent predecessors worked this precito welfarist route of easy cash solution and failed. Their words, oh, is nothing to show for the billions they have spent. This approach is set to inject more multidimensional puree into the system as reviewed by local and independent international figures. First, what does the National Bureau of Statistics say? The body issued a report late in 2022 when he said the number of compatriots living in poverty stands at 133 million. This is 63% of the country's population. There was no indication of any impact of the various level of the direct cash interventions initiated by the successive governments. Now the World Bank, in its recent publication, says extremely poor people in Nigeria has increased from 95 to 104 million again. Nothing to reflect the raw money the authorities claim they are giving the poor. So why would Tinubu play the same unprofitable part? Why must he apply the same unprofitable part? That is the question. Is it because he is tragically trapped in Nigerians' halfway capitalist frame that promotes the deployment of capital, raw cash, to tackle the needs of the indigent masses, from which he could not free himself? Otherwise, why not address these issues by applying the massive funds under the watch to build critical infrastructure, schools, along with free education for at all levels, health centers, modern roads, employment, generating agro ventures into the rural regions, aggressive human capital building projects, etc. Ready or created money in my pocket or in my bank account won't bring about these fundamental changes in the policy. Rather, it will lead to individualistic misadventures and illustrate perceptions of prosperity, while the government will assume it's pushing popular interest. It would wake up at the end of the day to face the acute mass misery, hunger, depression, inflation, and poverty among those we pretend we want to help. We seem not to be decoding these 5 words maximum. What goes around comes around. So guys, I beg, una dey see the matter so. Nigerian government, military, and civilian, whatever, have trodden this predictable trajectory, have trodden this, okay, as our leaders step into office, we hail them and proceed shortly to the next stage of hauling them into our laps. It's never a long romance for just a few months after the citizens realize their leaders into the performance field to fulfill their campaign pledges. The administration and its agents begin to assail the people with policies that are share seed that only bring forth fertile fruit. So guys, what's your take on this? Kindly share your thoughts below the comment section and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you.